Spring Grove Lions improved to 3-0 on the season last week with a 32-0 victory. And Coach Kody Moore joining us. And Coach, got to start on the defensive end of the ball. When you give up 0 points, you got to give Coach Elton's group a little bit of love.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Darren. I thought Coach Eric Elton did a heck of a job putting a good game plan together against an offense that is definitely atypical. It's not something you see real often, that old school straight T. You really have to be disciplined. And so that's a credit to Coach Elton and those guys that, they really did a good job being locked into their assignments. You got to stay home and do your job. And I thought we did a really nice job of that. Our D line really did a nice job of controlling the line of scrimmage. Sean Crouch in the middle, he made it really difficult for Grand Meadow to get anything going there inside, and I thought that was a big part of what we were able to do defensively. Devin Williams also, he had 2.5 tackles for loss. He really got off quickly on the snap, and I thought that blew a lot of things up as well. So it was just great to see, Brandon Yankee, all those guys up front on the D line do a really nice job controlling the line of scrimmage, allowing our linebackers to flow and make plays, and just a great defensive effort overall, even on down to our young guys when they got in. In the second half there, they took pride in the fact that they wanted to keep that 0 up on the board, and they were able to do that.
Not only did you pitch the shutout, you had three takeaways of Grand Meadow. What allowed your defense to make those game-changing plays?
Yeah, I think it's just focusing on the fundamentals of, first guy getting there, making the hit, second and third guy coming in trying to rip the ball out. And I think those are things that you try to practice and emulate and create those habits. And it's great to see our guys carrying it over onto the field on Friday nights. And so, really it comes down to playing physical as well. And so, very pleased to create those turnovers, and you're able to do that and then shorten the field for your offense. That makes a huge difference in a game.
And a very efficient night on the offensive side of the ball. One stat I like to look at is the number of times you get to third down. You only got to third down 6 times all night. Can you get a lot more efficient than that?
Yeah, what's the great part about it, Darren, is our big goal going into this week after looking at our stats last week against Houston is we needed to be better on third down. And so really third down, really what it comes down to is what you do on first and second down. And so, the fact that we were able to, for one, do a better job on third down, but also take care of business on first and second down and be in manageable third down positions when we got to that point. That's a great sign in terms of guys knowing their job and executing like we need to. So that was extremely great to see that happen, and those guys kind of soak up what we've been talking about and getting the job done.
And obviously, on offense, there's certain guys on your squad that are going to put up numbers every week. And the way the game went, this kind of allowed it. But quite few guys got in the stat sheet and contributed last week. Are you expanding the number of capabilities and I guess, the number of people that have capabilities in making plays on offense through the first 3 weeks?
Yeah, I think that's an important aspect of what we try to do. You hope to develop that as the season goes on, to have multiple weapons that are options. And then Friday night was an example of just a variety of guys getting involved. I think that puts a lot of pressure on a defense when you're able to do that. One of our big goals was trying to get our running backs going a little more. So Bryce has done a great job with his legs, and he's gotten the bulk of our production in terms of yardage on the ground. But we were able to get Dash Ransenberger and Silas Flotten going a little bit more. Dash had 3 touchdowns on the ground. And so it's nice to be able to spread that load a little bit and not lean quite so heavy on Bryce. And so that was great to see kind of that balance across the board, at the receiver spot too.
And this week, you're back home and you take on Lanesboro. What are you expecting out of the Burros this week?
Yeah, I know, record wise, they're struggling a little bit, but they have big kids. I think they're maybe a little bit on the young side in terms of age, maybe quite a few underclassmen, but James always has his crew playing extremely physical. So they have some big boys, especially in the middle up front on both sides of the ball. So we got to make sure we're able to handle those guys. Hopefully we can, utilize our speed a little bit. That'd be something that we're kind of trying to hang our hat on a little bit this week. And just excited for, another great opportunity to go out on looks like another beautiful Friday night and hopefully we're able to get the job done.
All right, Coach. Hopefully you can stay unbeaten this week and keep your kids healthy. We wish best of luck.
Thanks a lot, Darren. Appreciate it.
Cody Moore, head coach of the Spring Grove Lions. It's the Lions in Burrows from Blaine Onsgaard Memorial Field coming up Friday night.